Bueno, tú pasas más tiempo trabajando, bueno, en el computador, jugando y esto, y como que no tenemos un momento realmente, entonces, porque como el espacio es tan pequeño también, estar metida ahí, porque para eso, no sé.
Dentro del lugar que...
De tu casa, Clayton.
Oh.
Soy muy sociable, he venido a los Estados Unidos para vivir con un nerd.
What is going on, people? We are back again with another MovingMAD video, and this one right here is all about Clayton and Anali. Now, as you can see straight off the bat, Anali has concerns with the fact that since she's been in the US, her life has literally been inside the house every single day. Why? Because Clayton only prioritizes playing his video games all day long, which therefore does explain why she lacks the idea of wanting to be intimate with him. Because at the end of the day, if he's not really tapping into her love language, which could be physical touch, maybe she appreciates things like cuddles, you know what I mean? You know, those little things that you have that tactile. But at the same time, maybe her one is more going out, so it could be acts of service. Maybe she wants him to show a bit more initiative, you know, to want to actually plan things, you know, to actually take her out to places, you know what I mean? Not just to keep her in the house, cooped up all the time. Maybe another one is quality time. You know, maybe she's like, well, you spend more time with your computer, with your friends, okay, but you don't actually spend time with actually me and actually value the time that we have together, especially when your mom isn't even in the house. So you never know, it could be anything, you know what I mean? And also it may be her love language is word of affirmation. Maybe she's someone that loves to be, she loves to be reassured that everything's gonna be okay. She likes to be told that, hey babe, this is what's gonna happen today. Hey babe, you look good today, blah 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 blah. Maybe her love language is receiving gifts. You know what I mean? But either way, though, no matter which love language that you look at, he's not tapping into any of them. The only thing that he's tapping into is literally playing his video games and neglecting the fact that he has a woman there who's there to marry him. You know, love language is a very important key thing, something that a lot of people don't think about, and this is why sometimes a relationship can go downhill, especially in the intimacy department as well. But hey, we continue.
Quería conocer a tu círculo de amigos, ya que no conozco a nadie, solo a tu familia.
Y todos mis amigos están en línea, porque estoy en línea jugando y durante los años.
Que todos tus amigos son virtuales, que no los conoces, solo conoces
virtuales, no virtuales como robot, no, son personas reales.
You see, for me, if somebody told me that their friends are basically online friends that they've never actually physically met, and they've never actually made the effort, you know what that tells me? It tells me that maybe this person's an introvert. I mean, despite the fact that it is unsafe to meet someone online, but I guess in some situations they've known each other 10 plus years. You know, they've been playing games with each other 10 plus years, and this is something that he sees as his friend. So of course, the idea of actually meeting is something that does make a lot of sense, especially if you are an adult. If you're a kid now, it doesn't matter how long you've known someone online. Hey, chill. I ain't trying to condone none of that stuff, you know what I mean? But even as adults as well, it can be a very skeptical thing. But either way, though, I can understand where she's coming from. What she's trying to make, the point that she's trying to make is you can't tell me that you've got friends if you're telling me your friends are people who are only online, people that you've never actually met. Those people aren't your friends. They're just someone that you play games with. And that is the truth, because generally speaking, depending on how you want to, what criteria you want to create for your friends on how you see a friend, the matter of fact is if I can't go out and do things with that person or all that kind of things, are we really friends though? Well, I guess that's subjective depending on who you are, but either way though, in this situation here, it is a clear indication that he's an introvert, and that's why he's never really bothered or cared to actually want to meet his online friends, or shall I say his virtual friends. And I think obviously for Anali, I understand where she's coming from. She's come to the States, she's someone who's very social. She wants to have a social life, and the only way she can have it right now is meeting people that he knows. I mean, she's met his sister, but his sister wasn't exactly the best, so that's kind of like out the window. So of course, meeting his friends and hoping that his friends has partners or whatnot is definitely a good way for her to start a social life, because right now she can't let it work or anything like that. So to be fair though, it's a very good point. But also at the same time, she does need to work on her English though if she does want to be social with any one of his friends, because in reality, even if his friends did exist in front of him, you can't speak English, so that is definitely an obstacle that Anali definitely needs to work on as well. But hey, we continue.
Me hace reflexionar y cuestionarme si realmente estoy tomando la decisión correcta de llegar hasta Estados Unidos. ¿Cómo puedo vivir así?
I mean, listen, the reality is this. Not everybody can be with somebody that's an introvert. Not everybody can be with someone who's an extrovert. You know, that's just that, you know. I mean, it's good that she's obviously learning these things right now, so therefore she's able to make a choice whether she wants to stay with Clayton or not, whether or not she wants to go ahead with the whole wedding and obviously complete the move to the States on a permanent basis. But at the end of the day, you know, I feel like that's why sometimes in life we've got to kind of understand ourselves Can we be with someone that's an introvert? Yes or no? Can we be with someone that's an extrovert? Yes or no? But here's the thing though, I wouldn't say that two extroverts being together makes sense, and I wouldn't say that two introverts makes sense neither. And what I'm trying to say is that sometimes introverts can work together, sometimes extroverts can work together, but sometimes an introvert and an extrovert can also work together too. It's just a matter of finding that actual balance, you know what I mean? And I guess the balance comes from compromise to a certain degree. But either way though, interesting.
¿Ya enviaste las invitaciones?
Of course.
A tu amigo Cameron.
Espero que él puede venir para la boda, pero por amigo, la mitad de mi vida.
Estaba pensando, no vamos a más lugares, quizás, no sé, podemos ir a verlo, pero por fin, para que lo conozcas y le pidas a la vez, quizás que sea tu best man.
I'm to go to San Diego, but it's also super weird because I'm not the best in social situations. It's just gonna be strange meeting someone that I've virtually met a decade and a half ago.
You know what? At first, I was like, I don't know if it's fair for her to pressure him into seeing somebody. You know, meeting someone for the very first time, somebody that he's never met before. But he has known him for 10 plus years. And to be fair, he even said he's known him for even half his life. So to be fair with you, I do feel like what Anali's doing is a good thing. Yeah. I mean, obviously, there are definitely risks that comes with it. But I think, to be honest, in this situation here, they're video called, obviously, a lot of time, because obviously they're video chat all the time. So they know what they both look like. So they know that they're both obviously within their own age. You know, that it's not like that there's been a lie behind that, and obviously they're both adults. So to be fair, no, I agree with the movement. You know, I think it is important, especially if you better get married. And obviously, you're going to have a best man. And, you know, this guy who you say is your best friend, and you want him to be best man, of course you got to meet, and most importantly, meet before the wedding too. So no, you know what? I respect Anali for obviously pushing him to finally meet his friend. You know, his virtual friend, his gaming friend, because now you can say that he actually, you know what? Yeah, you are my friend. You know, but it's crazy that sometimes you can be friends with someone online, and that person can legit treat you as if they're your best friend, but in reality, maybe they're not yours. You know what I mean? So I think it'd be good for him to even find out that too. But to be fair, it was nice for him to come out and admit that he's not the best in social situations, but that I already knew. Like I said before, he's clearly an introvert anyway. But I will say this though, being someone who's a gamer, well, ex-gamer, I don't really play games that much anyway. I've had times I've been friends with certain people for years via gaming, you know what I mean? Well, friends, online friends, gaming friends, you know what I mean? But for me personally, I've never seen them as my actual core friends or my actual friends or as my actual best friend, you know what I mean? Sometimes I get the feeling that maybe that's how they see me. But hey, it is what it is. But either way though, I'm going to say that I respect what Anali's doing here. And I feel like this is pretty much needed, you know, especially like I said before, if he is meant to be a part of their wedding as well as the best man. He can't just rock up not knowing, not ever meeting him, you know, it's just weird as hell. And also, to be fair, I think on a safety level, I think it's, and a comfort level, I think for Anali knows no one in the States. She knows no one. And I don't know who's coming to the wedding that's on her side, but for her to also get the chance to meet him Zoom and make sure that this guy is going to be a safe guy to bring to our wedding is also a very key thing too, because it would be weird if he just popped up at the wedding knowing that these two had never met before. So seeing him for the first time will be very key to make sure that this guy is on he's not a dodgy guy to be around, if you know what I mean. But either way though, let me know what you're thinking down below in the comment section and we shall talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.